Stuck in time loop. I always thought the idea of time travel was just a cheap plot device, something people use to explain away the unexplainable. But this morning, everything changed when I slipped on my thrifted gray jacket and found a note folded tightly in the inside pocket, written in handwriting that looked eerily like my own. It simply read, "Trust no one at the 4:17 train. You have less time than you think." My pulse quickened, but I brushed it off, convinced it was a prank or maybe even a forgotten shopping list. All day, that note gnawed at my thoughts. By the afternoon, I was so unsettled that I almost bailed on my commute altogether. But curiosity, or maybe something deeper, pushed me to the station. At exactly 4:17, the train screeched in, and the usual crowd shuffled aboard. I noticed a tall man in a red scarf staring directly at me, his eyes wide with recognition, like he'd been waiting for me. The air felt thick, and every instinct screamed at me to run. I tried to ignore him, but as the doors slid shut, he approached, pressing a cold, shaking hand onto my shoulder. "You're not supposed to be here," he whispered, slipping another note into my palm before quickly disappearing between cars. My heart thudded as I unfolded it. This time, the message was longer, and it was definitely my handwriting. "If you're reading this, you didn't listen. Get off at the next stop, where you'll be trapped in a loop forever." I glanced around, suddenly noticing the same faces from this morning's commute, their expressions blank and distant, as if stuck on repeat. When the train stopped, I bolted out, desperate for fresh air. As I stood on the platform, the train doors closed and the world outside blurred, like a VHS tape rewinding itself. The crowd on the platform dissolved, and I found myself back on the train at 4:17, the note still in my pocket, the man in the red scarf staring once more. Each time I try to escape, I wake up in the same moment, the warning burned into my mind, realizing too late that the only thing worse than not believing in time travel is being caught in its inescapable snare.